Hi friends, today in this podcast I want to talk about some advice that I read in the book of Peter Lynch that called Beating the Street. That is a good book. I recommend you if you want to know about markets. And the chapter that I read is about mutual funds. What happened with mutual funds? Okay, in USA in 18th, 19th, mutual funds are very famous instrument. Was very famous instruments in this country. The people check the list of the better mutual funds and invest his money in this corporation that manage this portfolio. In comparison with my country, that is Peru, mutual funds in my country is not a famous instrument. Okay, for example, in my country, people that invest, it's a little proportion of the population. And in this little um, proportion, only the minority invest in mutual funds. So it's the minority of the minority in my country. Okay, but for example, in 18th, 19th, in USA, mutual funds are really famous. Was really famous, sorry. And this information is only for made the comparison with 30 or 40 years ago in USA with currently in Peru. The comparison is abysmal. This talk about my markets. Well, the market of Lima in stocks, in bonds, in general, are lagging in respect to USA. Well, it's only for made verification. I stay with my idea. Okay, what is the idea? The recommendation of Peter Lynch is the people, well, Peter Lynch talk about people that invest, the people, retailers, investors. These people check the list of the better mutual funds. I don't know, for example, check what is the mutual fund that have the better performance in 3, 5 years and invest in this mutual fund. And this is not the idea because when you invest in the top, probably in the future years, this mutual fund that is in the top probably pass to in the middle table or the last. And what happened? Probably you said, okay, it's a scam, it's bad lucky. What happened? Okay, the markets functions like weights, and you need to catch the starting or the beginning, in better words, of the wave. So if you invest in mutual fund that is in the peak, probably you in the future years your investment decrease because it's a wave. When the wave is in the peak, need to decrease. In this mode, functions that ways. Okay, so you don't need to pay attention about the list and what mutual funds are in the top. You need to understand in what part of the wave you are and invest in these instruments. So the best idea, well, it's better to invest in the mutual funds that are lagging to respect the top because I said there are cycles. Probably this mutual fund that is lagged to recover in the future years. And this is the idea when you invest in mutual fund. But okay, you need to pay attention in the instruments that change because the mutual funds have a topic. For example, one mutual fund only invests in companies that produce gold, for example. Okay, you need to pay attention in the companies that exit of the mutual fund and enter in the mutual fund. Probably it's more difficult to to check this in my country because the information is more private. But if you try to the companies that organize the mutual funds in my country, Peru, you can find information about the instruments. It's only if you make your research and you are really interested in investing in these kind of products. It's for me the best idea invest in these products. No, but if you don't have time for make a little research, probably okay. come on, because it's better to invest in these instruments that you put in comparison with put your money in traditional bank, because the interest that you receive is the difference is abysmal. So the idea is win more in comparison with the traditional banks. That is the common investment in my country. Okay, now I want to talk about the importance of the research. For example, in the same chapter, okay, I come back to the mutual fund about coal. There are other kinds of mutual funds. For example, the mutual funds that invest in countries. For example, in USA, there are mutual funds that only invest in instrument of Asia, for example, or Europe, or in specific countries. I don't know, England, Spain, probably Japan. And Peter Lynch talked about the companies in Japan for the reason that in this time when Peter Lynch managed mutual fund, he traveled to Japan for visit some companies. And reports about this company in USA say, okay, this company is the best, is the initial of the best investment that you can see. But well, in his work, part of the work is to visit these countries and these companies and with the own eyes see these reports in real life. I try to say Peter Lynch want to see the in real life results the report say. So for this reason, with the Kidman, or I don't know with the no Kidman, no, with the team, he traveled to Japan for see a company. This company I don't remember the name, but um, this company want to start with telephonic system in Japan, but this is not a new company. This is a traditional company, and he realized that results or the reports are um, overrated, and the results is not according to the reports. But he only realized when he traveled and see with own eyes the company, because the reports sometimes light. And if you learn about this chapter is you need to make your own research because you can find gaps in the information and um, you can take benefit about it. For example, Peter Lynch talked about the reports in Europe in this time are really poor because he made this comparison that for me was funny. That is, um, it's difficult to take profits in USA because you compete with other intelligent persons that see the same stuff that you see. But what happened in Europe, the intelligent people study about Nietzsche or Camus or philosophers and don't see the stocks. And for this reason said, okay, you can find gaps in the stocks of Europe, for example. Well, he talked in the times of 19th, 18th. I don't know if now there are exist these gaps because okay now it's 2025 and probably the stock markets in Europe um, progress in comparison with the past time. But for example, in Peru, that is my country, you can find a lot of gaps. I commend one because for me it's not a bubble, but sorry, it's not a bubble, but I think that the price is overrated, and I explain that. I want to explain this. Probably you heard about Chancay Port. Chancay Port have two stocks, the A series and the B series. And what happened? If I don't remember, the price of the stock is more than 2 soles. Example, Diviso, that is broker in my country make value for this stock, and this broker find that mm, fundamental value of this price is less than 2 soles. Price decrease in, if I don't bad remember, you can make your research in Google, but if I don't bad remember, the stock decreased in 20%. Okay, I know that, for example, Calpa, that is other broker, finds errors in the report of Diviso, but the idea is that for me, uh, Chancay Port is overrated. And the idea of that is a lot of people invest in this instrument but don't understand the business of Chancay. You can question of this investor, okay, you understand the business of that. This is only for transportation of goods and services that country to country and ends in the port. What happened when the goods enter to the port? How these products go to Brazil, for example, or Argentina, or other countries in the region? The problem is that roads in my country are not developed, so it's difficult to transport these products for other countries. For additions, the the human capital, in better words, it's not the best in my country. So it's really difficult to find progress in Chancay Port. I don't say that Chancay Port don't apport to the economy, but I think that people overestimate because Chancay Port don't have financial statements because it's a start with the operations. So I think that people are really greedy with buy this stock, but don't think before to buy. Well, for me, it's overrated, and my recommendation, but well, it's only recommendation is don't buy this investment until you have more information about it. Well, this is the recommendations of Peter Lynch. I still will read this book. Well, it's all for this